an hour after the live. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Terry, welcome, and I'm glad you were able to receive a notification this evening. I know it's hit and miss here on YouTube, but I would really like to thank everybody tuning in. It means a lot to me, everybody who continues to dedicate themselves to not just crypto, but to the community and trying to help each other out while keeping the positive momentum and keeping a mindset where we don't allow emotions to take hold. But just please make sure that like button as I go through and do the intro, and share this on social media so more people can reach this beautiful community. We really do have a special place here. So good evening, 6:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, November 16th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Excuse me. ATK, good evening. Crypto Bob, welcome in. David Kennedy, Nick Morales, Alex H. Hey, can you draw the sun today, please? You know what? Probably a good way to start today. We're not going to have a extremely long update today because we've got a few things going on tonight. What do we have? Something going on at 7:15. So I gotta do this in a timely fashion. But I think that would be an excellent way to start this, ladies and gentlemen. So oftentimes when we have a down day, especially back in the not so distant past, we would do this. So if you're new, pay attention or be aware that this is something we used to do long ago and I continue the tradition today. So ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is, or I know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? I think we know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. The sunny days are here again. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. I wear glasses 'cause I can't see a motherfucking thing. Happy days. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. XRP will reign supreme. Let's just not get caught in the FUD. Oh, we're gonna crash and we did and we have and we will and we won't and we don't know anymore because of the manipulation. Oh, yeah. Stay true. Stay blessed. I don't know. I always like doing that. He actually has progressed over the years. He kind of looks like a cool son now. He used to be pretty bland. Now he's evolving. He's evolving. So you always have to get through the FUD and get through the manipulation when we deal with XRP and crypto alike. But in the end, there's a lot of good. It may not seem like it today, down 6.17%. It may not seem like it today when XRP is down 2.11 billion and giving back twice as much as it gained yesterday. Tanya, welcome in, love. I really appreciate you tuning in greatly. CJ2 Pilot, good evening. Crypto Scrooge, welcome in. I'm so glad to see the fire for the sunny days. Alex, thank you so much. Remember to follow Crypto Scrooge here on YouTube. He covers a lot that has to do with the ledger. If you're a fan of Solo, it's a never-ending thing. Sully, good evening. CJ2 Pilot, thanks for tuning in. Silverhawk, welcome in. Your son identifies as a supernova. I agree. I approve this message. So XRP down 6.12%. Unfortunately, what we talked about yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Was anybody in the last night live or yesterday's live? I know tonight, like I said yesterday, we had a nice run on the amount of people in the lives. But like I said, once we corrected, or if we had to come back down to the bottom of the descending channel or falling channel, the up days, you get more of a crowd. The down days, you get to see the ones that maybe you should trust on the up days because they're here through the whole thing. So it helps build a repertoire. So what happened with XRP, like we talked yesterday, we needed to not just close above 648 up here, but we needed to hold it. Well, we closed 648, but on today's daily candle, we imploded. Remember, we wanted to break and hold. That's roughly 656 area and try to make our way back up to 663. Unfortunately, we put in a very bearish candle that came all the way down to about 603. It's pulled up a little bit. If we could have somehow pulled up to 633 or maybe 62 You might have been able to say maybe we could try to put in some kind of weird hammer candle, but it's not to be, ladies and gentlemen. So, like we talked about the fear of this manipulated push-up, this is why it was such a devastating blow. That manipulation, it screwed us. And for one reason, had we have not had the manipulation, let's just hear me out real quick. And yes, with the broader market, more than likely we would have come down anyhow. But how the whole market, you know, it's within rhythm. So when XRP does this, and we have this huge manipulated push up with all fake news, then it comes down. Imagine if you wouldn't have had all that topside liquidity grabbed, and then we did this, bounced down, wrote it down, came up like it was supposed to. Now when you contend here, now you have the added liquidity, and you've got all that pressure of people that are trying to buy in the melt up. We got screwed out of that attempt by them going up and grabbing all that added liquidity that we should have had on a run up. It's not there anymore. It was non-existent, so we got rejected at the level before now. That was the big fear that we talked about yesterday and exactly when the manipulated push happened. Not that it could hold down here, but now it would have to come back up here and break through and get back on top. Otherwise, we'd be looking at a move back down here, and that's why we have 564. I'm not convinced that we're not going down to 564. I'm really not. I didn't want to go down there. I thought we could hit a floor at 594, 597 approximately at this descending channel support. But with that manipulated push up, you added so much liquidity for a push down that it seems impossible not to come down here now. It really does, unless somehow that 593 is just double bottom, and that's the bare bones. But it really put us in a bad spot. I can't tell you how far XRP is going to drop. We have to, in my opinion right now, the floor, unless it breaks this descending channel or falling channel, whatever, however you want to, I like calling it a descending channel. Just sounds cooler. Sounds like I know more. But right now, I'd be looking at the moment the 200-day gives way in the 4 hourly. You obviously have to contend with this double bottom, but I really am not sure that we'd have the strength to hold. I think you should be targeting down here if we break through. And I'm not a financial advisor, so I could be talking out my ass right now, but I'm thinking we should target 7.8% down and see if we can still hold this falling channel. Same thing we talked about before. If we couldn't get past the 648 and then hold it on the next daily, it's bearish. We came up and did exactly what we needed to continue the bearish bias. You had a bearish cross, came up and got rejected right at the formation. It seems to tell us everything we need to know here, in my opinion. Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. Thank you so much for tuning in. JW, good evening. I'm gonna light my cannabis a little early tonight. Mainly because I want to just give a cheers to the community. Look, even on days like today, we've got 82 people in here. That's incredible. I didn't think I was going to say that. I thought I was going to say 65, so I'm really caught off guard. Please make sure to hit that like button. 48 likes. 34 of you could still hit the like button. This sucks. My voice is like a little cracking now, and it's like, it's hard to get through it. But if you guys hit that like button and share it on social media, we can help more people reach this beautiful community, because we'll push through the algorithm, and YouTube will have no choice. They will say, Tom, we don't want to push you, but all these beautiful people are hitting the like button and sharing it. We have no choice. You've circumvented the system. Even those people that come in and criticize you need to take into account, because they're helping you through the analytics. So I digress. So does that make sense with XRP? So going into 7 p.m., we're screwed right now. We're very bearish on this candle. And not screwed in a bad way. I love you guys too, Alex. I really do. I really do. Each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Alex. Bobby. Well, Tom, you know, no. We're not pulling him out today. Well, Tom, you know that cannabis is a Schedule I drug still. I think you should be more careful. Bob. We don't need to go down this road. JWC, Bob's trying to get me in trouble. That wasn't me. Some would say this is a good way to drive out people that don't want to be here. It's a good way to engage with my audience. You're buffering bad. If you're buffering, is there anybody else buffering? I don't think it's going to be a lot of people since there's 90 people in here, but if you're buffering, please restart this. Well, Tom, can you blow it the other way at least? Oh, Christ almighty. Yes, I'm sorry, Bob, but I think this will help you. I love Bob. Well, Tom, I think it's good that I come out of the closet every now and then, and not by what you're thinking, Tom. And this is not Bob. Bob, nobody's talking about you. It's good that you came out of the closet. I'm proud of you. Well, Tom, you really are a son of a... Thank you, Bob. Okay. Yep. Back to... JW, you're right. Back to business. So, right now, Bitcoin down 1,700 points or 4.49%. Some would say, Tom, why the hell did we even go up? Well, remember, we had a reversal candle yesterday, followed by another. Remember, today, the crazy thing is we never made a new low. So as bad as it got, we never made a new low. We're still riding the 20 days, so there could be more manipulation to come. We just got to get on top of 38,000 at any time, or 37,981, and we could start making a new push. Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what they think I can get. Look at, see? They're the mass exodus out of here. No, it's that's okay. Gotta have a little bit of comedic value when things are going the way they are, and I always find it better to have a little bit of fun when we're having down days. But the broadening wedge for Bitcoin, we met the technical target. There's nothing we can do until this formation either gives way, we come back down here and retest and break through, or hold, or we push through these layers and try to make an actual sustained run up to about 45K. Can it happen? I mean, if this is a first layer breakout here, if it's a first layer breakout, and I know it sounds crazy when I say that, everybody's always like, Tom, what the hell is this first layer breakout nonsense? I love it. But if you can hold this first layer breakout, let's say you retest back down to there, you could be looking at a proper hold all the way up to 42,000. I mean, that's not a joke. 42,000 and some change, but you would have to hold it. Not buffering on my end. Smash the likes and please hold, people. We're closer than most think. Bandit, thank you so much for that word of encouragement to the ones who are around. And thank you so much for the $19.99 donation. I am honestly dumbfounded that anybody sent me a donation tonight. You've humbled me in the most that you could ever even imagine. When things are down, I never expect a donation, ever. When it's up, I still don't expect it, but it happens more frequently. But the generosity in this community knows no bounds. And that's simply from the likes as well. Look at 64 likes already. Make that 66. So, Brock, Bob is the original character. He is. Bob is, and that's because Bob is the every man and woman that watches, listens, travels, traverses, converses, reverses out of here. But that's the typical, that's typical Karen from the audience, but it's Bob. Well, Tom, I take great offense to that comment. How come out of that you could find offense, Bob? Well, Tom, at least I speak my own piece. I'm pretty sure that's what every Karen does too, Bob. Jesus. Okay, so that's Bitcoin if we could manage to hold this. But I just want to vote real quick. These are my favorite kind of days when I just don't care and I just have fun. In a good way. Do we think Bitcoin's going to hold this broadening wedge and make a new push to 42,898? Or do we think we come through the broadening wedge? And we have to now come back down to a little bit of a reversal line here that started with this entirety of the bear flag. And then before, but these are the big resistance that's come through here. Do you think we'd have to come back down to 31,616? What's more likely? Do we go to 31,616 or 42,890, roughly? Oh, it's butchering the longs, but it's also butchering the shorts as well when it made those relief rallies, which was manipulated push. I'm sorry to take you there, but thank you. No, this is great. But I tell you, some days, like, I might be a little overzealous, not in a bad way. Like, even when I was in the last day and a half, even when I was a little more high-strung, I think we handled it in a much better way. But today, it's back to the positivity. We don't need to have that over-anxious, over-emotional, over-toned, over-annoying, even out of me, because I can be annoying a lot, and I get that, believe me. Believe me, Julie's just a miracle that she's been with me almost 10 years already, you know? So, we'll see with the market cap here, though. The one big thing with the XRP market cap, or the Bitcoin dominance chart, is that right now we're holding an area that if we could get a bounce off of this, you could see a big alt crash. If this area doesn't hold and we start coming back down, there could be an ability here, if we do get a bearish reversal here and a cross, that it could be time for a little bit of a mini alt season to start 2024. Alt season has not commenced yet, even in a bear market alt season. But at some point, unless Bitcoin holds this is the cup and handle, bullish handle if it holds here. Just be alert to this. And then it can come up to 57.33%. Otherwise, if the 32% plays out to the downside, you could retest back around 49, 50%. It's pretty interesting because if you look at this uptrending support, it's pretty cool if you overextend this out because you can see it's still well within the support area. So that uptrending support is very much valid, and it's doing exactly what it did back in this symmetrical triangle, it looks like. I guess you could call it a slight descending, but I don't know. I think it's pretty flat, the support. And then the other big thing I want to talk about tonight, the total crypto market cap, down 4.22% or 59.33 billion as of right now. That's huge in one day. But what did it really do, ladies and gentlemen? Reversal candle yesterday, reversal candle today where we made a new high and not a new low. So what do we always say? If you're making new highs and not new lows, you're still on this still is considered a consolidation candle. We haven't broke down yet. 4 hourly, starting to show signs that we could come through, but the daily's not letting us fall just yet. Now, if you see us break through 1.327, or we come in the smaller time frames, and we're going to have to work back. This was a rejection for all intents and purposes right here, actually. We actually got the rejection right here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look out below. If this plays true and we lose the 1.327, it's telling us to get ready probably to retest that 1.25. Remember what we talked about? When you break out of a massive formation, do you go and continue the rally without retesting the former pattern breakout? Or do we always, without exception or very rarely exceptions, do we come back and retest it no matter how big of a parabolic spike it is? I try to teach this every single day when I talk about pattern breaks. Remember, it's not like this was a one-day pattern, ladies and gentlemen. It took this all the way back from November of 21, and actually this started in May of 2021, this descending triangle, descending channel. For the first time it's on top of it in 2.5 years. You think it might need to retest it to prove it, or do you think we continue moving? I just want to know. If you hold the 20-day in the daily, you don't have to come all the way down here. You just keep riding the 20-day until it fails. If you come below, you start to break down through here. I think it's probably in our best interest to retest the 1.25 trillion. And then if we retested 1.25, that would put XRP, I don't know, wouldn't it be a beautiful retest even on XRP, what we talked about earlier? Let's say we go to 1.25. Wouldn't that give us plenty of room to come down to 564 and retest the bottom of the descending channel? And doing what did I say we had to do? Especially after this whole debacle of that fake news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We need to build the pressure and reverse out. That's the only way you can do this now. So now what we have to hope for, left arm, head, right arm, breakout. So right now this would have to be part of the inversion. Inversion, remember, this has to be part of the inversion. Or you can look at it like this, right? That's the second part. So the first layer is, I'm not going to do it like that. So first layer, handle, cup and handle. You put the bullish handle and jump it. Came up, fill this entirety out, and then you try to move. That's one of the solutions here. It's just this added liquidity made it so much easier for them to push us down like they are. It's such a bunch of horse shit. I don't even know how many people realize what I'm talking about, but what they did to us was criminal. You can't be doing this. When you take all of our topside liquidity and manipulate it out, it's a rally killer, because now everybody was stacked or that could have technically pushed it over. Their longs and shorts already got activated. Most of them were going long after, like I said, the 739 swing high that it broke. A lot of people were going high when it hit just over that level, especially when it hit 75, and then it just came right back through on a manipulated dump down. So the XRP community cannot avoid the manipulation. It's impossible right now. Impossible. All you can do is stay pat with what you know with XRP. All you can do is continue to buy when it's at the levels you desire. For me, the level I desire, as you all know, but if you're new, listen up very carefully. After I sold in 2021 at $1.66, I desired the 2020 uptrend because it proved where it was at. And then furthermore, it held after the big mini bull market rally, or mini bull run, or mini bear market rally, whatever you want to call it, because we never broke new highs in the last bull run for XRP. Then it came back down and retested here, and this is after the huge run in the bull market. It confirmed that uptrend, and this formation started in January 2018. So I'm trying to buy as close to the 2020 uptrend, and I have a 346 average this time around, and I will not buy unless it goes 20% below, and I'm over 10,000 tokens. So I've done exactly what I need to do, and I built a whole portfolio built around the ISO and the Internet of Things when they were at their collective lows. And that means they were somewhere between, XRP I think it was 90%, but most of them were between 95 and 99% from their highs of 2021 when I was willing to buy. So now, if you're new, when I say you have to buy where you desire, it can't be where I desire. If you're new, you didn't get the opportunity, or you just didn't understand and you didn't know what you were looking at. You didn't know what part of the market cycle it was in. And more than likely, if you didn't understand, everybody was telling you can't buy now. You got to wait. So you waited. So right now we played out the bull flag, mini bull flag. We're trying to see if it plays out. If it does, you could rotate back up. Either way, if you break down, you got to come to 878. If you break up, you go to 15.3. That's how crucial this move is right here. So it's literally a 50% differential here. Either it's to the up or the downside. Minus that manipulated push, this was prime for a reversal. So we'll see. Oh yes, JW, you guys and Tom, only way this all makes sense to me. I am learning slowly. I appreciate that, Miss Vicky. I appreciate that. That's why I come on every single day. Even on days like today when we got to go do, what is it, a musical soon, I still wanted to come on. But you guys know how the school year goes. But, oh, you're welcome, love. You are welcome, Miss Vicky. Anything for you. Better late, Rob Hokaluki. And thank you for being in Tom's Army month 1. And I know that's true because you have me being abducted by aliens in month 1. Yes, that's my face superimposed on there. Those damn aliens really got me. A beautiful soul that watched me, she made that for me. She was a fan, didn't charge me anything. I didn't even know she was going to do it. It's pretty damn cool. So in honor of her, I made it my month 1 emoji badge for all times. I would. I sure would. And I will too at some point. All of this is all going to come together one day. Getting close to number 2. Excellent, Robin. I'm glad to hear that you are excited about month 2. I would say probably 75% of the people that do month 1 never do month 2. But then if they do month 2, 25% of those 100% stay for at least a year or longer. Most people that go to month 2 never end. They never quit. But rest assured, if you're watching and you lost your badge, all you have to do is continue in Tom's Army and it comes back to the next month. And you don't lose your standing. And remember, you don't get anything special for being in Tom's Army. You're just paying it forward to me because I don't do paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships of any kind. And I keep this a free viewing experience aside what YouTube will give you ads with. But I even have to watch those, so I feel no pity. I have to watch the ads on my own damn channel. So, you know, that is what it is. But I need them to promote my channel, so, you know, you got to give and take a little bit. Janina, welcome in, love. I'm so glad to see you are still part of this audience. You've been around for so long. It's awesome. I'm telling you, the female audience here carries this show. We may come down to 50 to 55 cents and bounce up, or we'll bounce up from here. Let's see. Crypto is bullish. Hey, Dan, I actually agree wholeheartedly with your observation right now with XRP. This is what I'm looking at with XRP. I'll bring it into the 4 hourly so it's easy. We're in this descending channel or falling channel. I'm sure you understand. So I'm not going to explain it overtly. But I think the good target would be around that 564 area. Bottom of this descending channel. And then if it breaks through there, then we can start talking maybe 5240. Fill those gaps that are around this area. But I think this descending channel is telling us right now, it's pointing to the area you're talking about, especially with this manipulated fake news push that allowed topside liquidity to get us all the way down there. And I hate it. I hate it. Is it 2 years? Is what 2 years? I'm sorry. Some would say I do a lot of talking and sometimes I can't remember what I say, which is all the more reason to tell the truth, because the amount I babble, could you imagine if I was lying about everything? Man, would this have come unfolded and unglued so long ago. That's why I envy people who can do that. I can't do it. I can't keep shit straight. It just comes out of my mouth. Like, how can you concoct a story and stay to it when everybody knows different? I don't know. I got humbled very quickly in a Sicilian, or should I say a Lebanese and an Italian family. When I get abducted by aliens. Oh, 2 years? Oh, that's the 1 month badge. That's the very first badge, is we get abducted. The 2 year badge, you get to go on the moon, so they're taking, yes, Miss Vicky, I like that correlation. So in month 1, you get abducted by aliens. The 2 year badge, or the 1 year badge, you get the I told you so astronaut, which would I assume be me too. And then in the 2 year badge, we're on the moon. So we make a journey together from 1 month to 1 year to 2 years. I love Sologenic. As a matter of fact, I love it so much that I watch Crypto Scrooge. He's in here. Make sure you watch Crypto Scrooge if you like Sologenic. And we bought 5,000 tokens, approximately, of Corium and Solo during Winning Wednesdays and FOMO Fridays, not too long in the very distant past. Hopefully, we get another chance to buy. However, we bought it around 9.5 cents, so I would have to wait for it to come down. But we do have a bearish cross. It could come down. And what do we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, that I've been waiting for? We still need to retest this if it's going to be a breakout. So we're going to have many opportunities, I think, to buy it where we want. I really do. I really do. And yes, I know we could overextend this, but I was trying to show you a more efficient way of doing this. So here. I'll do it because I don't want anybody to complain that you at least have that part drawn out. There, happy? That's the bear flag. But yes, I love Sologenic. The fact that it only has, what is it? You can help me with this. What is it, about 500 million total circulating supply? My thoughts on the Ripple settlement is there's not going to be a settlement, and we already have the framework to push us out into April where they have to come together and try to figure shit out. But if it's a settlement, it can't. I just don't see how it can happen, because what happens to something like Solo on the XRP ledger? They keep it open to being ruled now as a security and have to defend itself, and this is only a 500 million circulating supply token. Still in a falling channel here as well. It could have started a falling channel, but over the top, I'm not going to put any more formations here because I want to see if it retests here. Obviously, if it breaks out, this is the next major resistance, but I think we're starting the descend back down to try to retest this breakout. It very often doesn't do that, but if we can somehow get over the 20-day, that could stop us. It really could, because we haven't lost the 200-day yet. So if we could stay over 11.4, we'd be looking okay. But with this bearish cross, it looks like to me it's pointing to the fact that we're probably coming down. Yes, Caspa's on my list. I never bought it, but it's on my list. It's had a very nice rally, Caspa. Very nice rally. This was one of the next ones on my list to buy too. As you know, a lot of people were telling me to look into it, and I started looking into it to the point to where I started charting it. And I was hoping it would stay in the rotation, but it did not. It did not. So, we'll see. It looks like it's going to start a pretty mighty correction here unless this pulls back up into a bullish candle. But it looks like first it would retest here. But in the daily, I'm looking at a solid retest. It's going to have to come back down to it's going to drop like 40% probably. Now, if it can get a nice bullish move, because this is an inverted hammer here in the daily, it could continue on still. So as long as it doesn't break down, you could still move up to that 14-15 cent range. So it might not be over before the correction. Not long term, I'm not bearish on XRP. I reserve the right not to be bearish or bullish. I let you determine that based on what the charts are saying. I just give you the probability of what I think is more than likely going to happen. For XRP, let me, because it took this out of my page, so I gotta edit this again. Hold on. It tries to do this, but I caught it this time, so I saved it before it could do it. So XRP, it's not that I'm bearish, it's just we're in this descending channel, and that's not bearish. If this holds, this would be a bullish reversal at the bottom of this channel. I was just hoping that 597, which would have been back here roughly. Actually, it was like 5937. I was hoping so that after it hit here, I didn't know there was going to be a manipulated push. I called for an imminent 8.5 to 9% drop. It could have been upwards of 10 if it went to the top of the channel, which it ended up doing. But I couldn't have foreseen fake news. The chart said don't listen to it. When people asked me on the day it happened, I said the charts didn't see it because it's not real. So I didn't talk about it. But I talked about how they faked it and how it wasn't real, the BlackRock stuff. So the charts told us this is fake. So it got rejected like it's supposed to. I was hoping that right here is where it would hit the bottom of the channel, which I believe it would have without that topside liquidity. Now it gave it so much pressure that it came down, retested, and now it seems more than likely. I hope I'm wrong and it can break out of here and have a nice bullish candle to start the daily tomorrow and breaks its way back to the 635 and over. But something tells me once we lose the 200 day, it's a foregone conclusion. We're coming back down to the descending channel. And what that does is on a bullish move up, it builds pressure. This is all this is for, is to build pressure until finally it can explode out the top. And in the process, maybe fill the gaps down there, which would be huge. Huh? Yeah, I've been waiting for you to walk over here. So what does everybody think about that, honestly? What's the point of holding XRP? Oh, I don't know. So in 2021, when you talk about holding to me, just understand ramming speed. I do things a lot different. So I'm holding through a cycle. I bought in 21 at 47 cents. I sold at $1.66. I'm the one asshole on YouTube that told everybody to sell and got buried for it. I mean, murdered for it. Half my audience left, and that wasn't a lot of people. I only had 1,500 subscribers at the time, so imagine that. And then I told everybody you can't buy back until sub 50 cents. And then I said, I'm not buying back till sub 40. I called the first drop to 52 cents on the nuts. And then it had the bear market crap rally. And then it came back down. So now I bought it at 346 because it's the accumulation for me now. If I can hold it for a year during the bear market, then in the bull market, even if it's a mini bear market rally to $1.20, $1.30, I can afford the 35% capital gains and only pay 15% if I was looking for profit. The whole thing I try to tell everybody, why should you hold XRP? It's simple. In 2028, and people go, oh my God, Tom, 2028, give me a fucking break. Well, it's true. In 2028, when this is a form of payment, and now when you have a mortgage payment, you can just use XRP. That's what I'm talking about. So, but now my question is as ramming speed says, I appreciate your integrity, but everyone else prepare for ramming speed. Yep. But that's the thing, because of this manipulated push up, do we have enough pressure now to break through this channel? That's what I want to know. That's what I've been trying to get to this whole live. Do you think because of that, the added liquidity and bringing us back into the rising channel, or do you think this is going to play out truthfully? Look, a descending channel, everybody. A descending channel. Hell, you can call it a falling channel. I don't care what you call it. Descending channel. Right? A descending channel. It's going to have to do better than that. It's going to have to do better than that. I think we can finish this, what we were talking about. Because I'll make this the end of the stream. I know a lot of people probably left. How many people stayed? How many people are still here? Did I happen to circumvent what YouTube tried to do? Oh, it started. It's only 19 minutes in now. It's 19 seconds. What the fuck? Look, it restarted the stream. Wow. All right, cool. Well, fuck it. I don't need to talk about XRP anymore. So I hope you enjoyed the XRP part of this stream. So on this, we're going to go in a different direction. So what is a descending channel? What is a descending channel? Now that live is done and it got posted as its own live, now we can learn, ladies and gentlemen. Now we can learn. So for this part, we already know what's happening with XRP, and you can go watch the live that apparently just ended after you get done with this. So now that we can learn, so what is a descending channel, which is what XRP is in, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're new, if you're just tuning in, a descending channel is what XRP is in, and we're trying to determine for anybody who's new if it's bullish or a bearish pattern. So this is the descending channel. The one problem we have is that manipulated push up, which was the fake news, and the fake BlackRock ETF trust for XRP, which essentially is an ETF proposal. It had unwarranted move up, down a top side liquidity. So now instead of it catapulting us back up at 597 or 593, it looks like we're going to probably retest 564, but we'll only know that if it breaks the 200-day. But now we're trying to see, is a descending channel bullish or bearish? So I'm glad everybody asked. So please make sure to hit that like button. I don't know how this works out, how I can possibly have 106 likes if I just started. Like, that doesn't seem to make any sense. So maybe it didn't post. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. YouTube is... I don't know. Maybe it'll keep it on the same one. Who knows? What do I know? I have no idea. So let's just finish this though. So a descending channel. A descending channel is drawn by connecting the lower highs and lower lows of a security's price with parallel trend lines to show a downward trend. Officially, the space between the trend lines is the descending channel, which falls under the broad category of trend channels. And everybody, Hamza, welcome in. And everybody who's in here, I give you a round of applause. It takes some grotesque kahuli, some real dedication and perseverance not to let YouTube kick you out and then stick around until it comes back on. You know how I circumvent YouTube doing that now? It's so easy. When YouTube does that now and it won't let me get back into my stream, I simply disconnect from my Wi-Fi, reconnect it, and it tricks YouTube and it thinks I'm re-signing back on. The more you know, and now it just lets me continue my stream. Remember before I'd have to restart a stream because it wouldn't let me restart it. Now all I have to do is disconnect the internet, restart it on my tablet, and we're good to go for some reason. It's so great. So let's see this. A descending channel is drawn by connecting the lower highs and lower lows of a security's price with parallel trend lines to show a downward trend. Traders who believe a security is likely to remain within descending channel can initiate trade. Yes, it is, Matt. And that's why not having emotion and actually thinking things through, I thought of every single thing I could do, and I just said, you know what? I'm just going to reset my wireless on my tablet and turn it back on. Modem off, modem on. And look, some people got a new notification now. Isn't that great? So securities priced with parallel trend lines to show a downward trend. Traders who believe a security is likely to remain within the descending channel can initiate trades when the price fluctuates within the trend line boundaries. A more potent signal occurs with a breakout, which is when a security price breaches an established channel's boundaries, either on the upper or lower side. And now understanding the descending channel. Overall, channels are used broadly by technical traders to identify and follow the trends of securities over time. A descending channel is one such charting pattern that technical analysts will use to evaluate the trend of a security. A channel is drawn from the trend lines charted along the support and resistance levels of securities price series. In general, channels can be used to pinpoint optimal support and resistance levels to buy or sell securities. Traders who believe a security is likely blah, blah, blah. We already said this. Da, 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 da. So if this moves in the direction of the prior trend, the descending channel would have been a continuation. So a more potent signal with the breakout. So if you break over the top, it's a continuation pattern. If you break down, it's a reversal. So within a descending channel, a trader could make selling bets, but that's not, we know what it can be. We know what it can be, but we want to see. I want to type, now that we know what it is, descending channel. Is a descending channel bullish? A descending channel can be a bullish or bearish pattern, as it only indicates that the asset's price is likely to continue to fall, but this can be an ending point or a continuation of a downtrend. This pattern is seen in various financial markets, including stocks, forex, and commodities. So it all depends. Like we said, can we hold? Because this is likely, if we can do it properly, this is what it usually does. But you notice we had the artificial breakout, which is horse manure. So, then couldn't you just say that artificial breakout, you know, was nothing more than, you know, crush the shorts that would have hit that point? So, so let's see. This is a true moment for me. So I didn't respond bad when I read. So, okay, he's entitled to his opinion. We'll see what happens from here. But anyhow, the descending channel, this is what it looks like. So typically on a descending channel, you should break out, seeing that we came in bullish. Now, if it's coming down bearish and then you have kind of like a fake out to the top side, it could fall more bearish. But technically a descending channel, with the way we came into it, this should be a bullish continuation. It's just, with such a manipulated market, will it really continue in a bullish fashion? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I got to get going. It's after 7. Holy small rollies. I got to go to this orchestra thing. I got 14 minutes to leave the house, so I got about 2 minutes to kill here. As I'm always breaking the law when it comes to that guy rock climbing. So, XRP, the daily candle closed very bearish. Very bearish candle. So I think we're trending down. The only thing that could possibly hold us up is if we don't give way to the 200-day here with a technical trader's eye. But this bearish cross is indeed intact. And I think we should rotate down if we want to have a bullish continuation. We really need to rotate down to 564, hit the bottom of the broadening wedge for a third time. I mean, the bottom of the descending channel, and then make a run for it. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, please make sure to hit that like button. We just went over today 18,900 subscribers. I think it said we had 18,917 when I came on. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's try to get to 19,000 as a community by Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's possible, but man, would it be awesome. So if you're watching me, please hit that like button. If you want to show me personal support, you can always join Tom's Army, which I'd love to see everybody in here in Tom's Army, just for the hell of it, for all the work I do one day. When we hit like $5 or more, that's going to be a requirement for everybody who's been in here since 21. No, I'm just kidding. No requirements allowed. Or you can send a YouTube super chat, but really, all you have to do is hit the like button, but I know we've done a fantastic job at that. So with that, I bid you a farewell. Have a good night, and I hope everything I've talked about